Hey everybody, today we got a great project. We're going to be painting the brake calipers, so let's get into it. First things first, you want to get the car on jack stands, and then we can get started. Next, get your impact, 17mm, deep socket. All right. Okay, and just like that, all four wheels are off the car. Alrighty. So now the next step, we have to get a bunch of plastic wrap and tape up and protect everything we don't want to mess up, which is, you know, the paint on the fender here, we got to cover that, and then the components on the inside. I'll just show you in a minute, hold on. Okay, I just threw a garbage bag on there real quick. You can see we've covered the rotor as I kick over all the nuts. But yeah, you can see here we got the caliper exposed. I mean, I'm not too worried about the suspension stuff. We're not going to paint just yet. We're going to grab some brake cleaner and a wire brush, and we're going to go ahead and start scrubbing this thing. Alright, power drill with the brass wire brush. Okay, you can get these anywhere. Get yourself one. Then we get the brake cleaner. Okay, non-chlorinated. And I'm just going to go ahead and spray this thing. Whoa. Really high pressure. I should probably wear some goggles. I'm going to scoot the camera back too. I do not want to get brake cleaner all over the camera. Hope you guys don't mind. I want to get you guys a good angle, but I don't want to obviously ruin the camera. This should be good enough. But yeah, just... Oh wow, that's really dirty. You can tell just by the liquid coming off. Yeah, this is splashing everywhere. Make sure to protect your eyes. I don't think this has ever been cleaned. Ooh, look at that. Already looking better. Smells really bad though. Okay, so it's a couple hours later. I had to go to O'Reilly's and get some extra brake cleaner because one can is not enough. Like, it's not going to do it, you know what I mean? If your brakes have never been cleaned, you're going to need a lot of brake cleaner. Just saying, heads up. Okay, so it's been like an hour and a half of sanding, and this caliper is looking a lot better. I'm going to take you in closer to get you a better look, and then I'm going to show you the driver's side caliper so we can see a comparison. So the caliper's looking a lot better. You can see it's getting shinier, but I'm going to have to keep working on it to get the dimples. I want them a little cleaner too. And you can see here we have some casting lines. Okay, there's some right here. I'm sanding those to get rid of them. It's just going to take a lot of patience, but we're going to get there. And that means I'm going to have to paint the calipers tomorrow because I'm running out of light here. So I'm going to spend the rest of tonight sanding, and then I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow morning for the paint. Here we can see a caliper that I have not worked on. I have not cleaned it at all. It's very dusty and orange. Looking really crusty. So I've got a a lot of work cut out for me. I got to get this done. And yeah, I'll catch up with you guys later. So here are the paints we're going to be using. First, we have some Rust-Oleum Automotive Primer, high heat. Then we have 2 cans of red caliper paint. Then we have 1 can of clear coat, and that's going to protect the paint job on the brakes. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, I got my gloves on. Now we're going to add a light layer of primer. Got the Rust-Oleum primer in gray, and I'm just going to lightly spray it on there. Okay, it's 10 minutes later, and we're going to do one more coat. Okay, it's been another 10 minutes. The sun has set already, so it's getting pretty dark. I went ahead and got my headlamp. Maybe you guys can see a little bit better. But we're going to go ahead and paint the red caliper paint. And let's see if I can get it in focus for you here. There is a little black dot on the edge right here. You want to line up the spray nozzle with the little black dot, because that's where like the valve stem goes down to, okay? So we're trying to get like every drop of paint. So let's refocus. Now we're going to do a really light coat. Okay, let me get around the other side here. Okay, now I know it's kind of patchy, but like that's good enough for a base coat. So I'm going to do the rest or the other 3, excuse me, and then we'll be back in 10 more minutes. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and add a second coat, and then 10 minutes after that I'm going to add a third coat. Alright, let me mask up again. Okay, so we're back the next day. You can see the paint is dry. So we're going to go ahead and add our clear coat. It's our last step. We're going to go ahead and add the high heat clear coat. We're going to start really light though, because we don't want to get any runs. Okay, now we're going to let it dry for 10 minutes. Alright, we're back. It's been, 10-15 minutes, and the clear coat is drying. I know the paint looks wet, but we're going to go ahead and add another layer of clear coat because it's been about 15 minutes. This one will go a little bit more this time, but still try to keep it light. Try to get different angles and make sure you don't miss any spots. If you do miss a spot, just come back and get it later. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Maybe just a little more. And then just a little bit of the tricky to get. Yeah, there we go. The hard to get spots, just do it lightly. We don't want runs where we can't see them. And then that's it. I want to put more, but we're going to leave it just a little bit lighter so we don't get any paint runs. Alright, we'll be back in another 10-15 minutes, and this might be it. We might be done. Alright, and that's it. So we're done now. We got the wheel back on there. We got the paint on the calipers. We got the clear coat. It's looking fantastic. So I'll go ahead and torque the bolts down, and then I'll turn the car around, and we'll get it in the light so you guys can get a better view. But it's looking fantastic. Alright, that's going to be it for today. We've got many more projects ahead of us, so stay tuned. See you next time.